In the case of garlic bread, because we're going to be putting it under a broiler and toasting it, so it's not stale, but it's not fresh out of the oven either. We're going to slice this into about 1-inch pieces. I'm using a bread knife here so I don't crush the bread. That would be bad. I'm going to put that aside for a second. Now, I like to use a toaster oven for doing garlic bread. It just makes it easier because I don't have to turn on the big oven there and heat up the whole house just for something simple like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some aluminum. What we're going to do is we're going to take some aluminum foil. And we're just going to put this over top of the shelf here, just to make it easy to clean. Because we already have enough stuff to clean up, like the window. So we're going to check on our butter here. It's just about melted here with the garlic bread's butter. Christina, could you stir the beans? This is my assistant, Christina. You want to keep an eye on the beans there because you don't want to burn them, especially the garlic, because garlic is very bitter. Okay, our butter is completely melted here. So we're going to go ahead. You see the butter melted, but we haven't really cooked the garlic at all. We've kind of gotten the flavor into the butter. You don't need to use the heel because you can't really spread it evenly on that. So go ahead and you're going to dip it fast. Make sure you don't touch the butter because it's hot. We're just going to put it on the pan here. If you get some garlic stuck to the bread, it's okay. It's garlic, and garlic tastes good. That's why we're making garlic bread. If you want, you can sprinkle some cheese on top of it. I'm not going to do that today because we have enough cheese in our shells, and we have enough cheese in just about everything we're eating. So, okay. Now we're going to take our shelf here, and we're just going to set it in here for now on the middle shelf of the toaster oven. Now you could also do this in the oven on the middle shelf, but we're not going to. Now we're going to wait a couple seconds to put that on because our shells aren't quite ready yet. You're going to take the juice from 2 lemons, which comes to about a little over a quarter cup, and you're going to take about 2/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. You want to use extra virgin olive oil. It has the best flavor. You don't want to use the cheap stuff. You don't want to use light olive oil. It just doesn't have as good a taste. Get the extra virgin. It costs a little bit more, but it's really worth it. And we're just going to put these into a regular blender. They're not just for making daiquiris, I swear. Okay. Then they go to the blender. There's actually a diet that you can eat straight olive oil, but I don't know if I like that so much. And we're going to put about half a teaspoon of salt in there. And we're just going to stir it up if this one decides to work. Okay, and we're going to let that sit, and that's it. We'll toss it over top of a salad when we serve it. It's about time we can turn our garlic bread on. We'll put this on broil. Okay, our stuff is done now. Timer hasn't gone off yet, but that doesn't matter. We're going to want to get this out now because otherwise it's going to burn. It's bubbling and the edges are brown. You're going to put this aside for about 15 minutes to cool. Otherwise, when you try and cut it, it's going to be a gooey mess and you won't be able to serve it right. So we're going to let that sit for about 15 minutes. Our beans have been turned down to warm. They're just kind of sitting there and keeping nice and hot. And our garlic bread should be out in about a minute. Starting to turn a little bit golden brown. Alright, garlic bread is nice and toasty brown on the top, and it's starting to smoke, so we're going to get it out of here. Garlic bread. Okay, you don't want to put this down on my wood surface because it'll catch fire. But that's the garlic bread. You got some of it nice and well done, you got some of it that's nice and rare. First thing you're going to do is you're going to juice and zest 2 limes. I've done 1 already. I'm going to show you how to zest a lime here in a second. You need a lemon zester. That's what this thing is here. I've already taken most of the lime zest off of this, but basically all you do is you take and you run it on the back of the lime and you'll get the zest off. I've already kind of made this one naked, but you're just going to save all that stuff. Just the outside rind, you want to wash it off beforehand. And then you're going to cut the lime up and we're going to juice it. First thing you want to do is you want to squeeze the lime before you cut it. You can even beat it up on the table if you want. We're just trying to soften up the membranes inside there so it gets a little bit more juice out of it. Cut it in half. And I have a citrus reamer. Wonderful name for the thing, but that's what it's called. And we're just going to run around here and get the juice out of it. It'll come to about a quarter cup of lime juice. And we can put that into the mixing bowl here. Into this lime juice, we're going to put some softened cream cheese. This is just regular cream cheese, doesn't matter what brand you use. Get stuff with fat in it. This is dessert. And we're going to put a can of sweetened condensed milk, which is this stuff here. Only comes in cans, and basically it's what it sounds like. It's milk that's basically dehydrated and has sugar added to it. And we'll pour that in there. It actually smells really good. It doesn't look good. It smells good and it tastes good too. It's very gooey. Okay. Now, you can either use a blender, you can use a spoon, or you can use a whisk to stir this up. But we're just going to try and get this. Okay, we've been stirring this here for a few minutes, and it's nice and smooth now. You want to get this very smooth because it's not going to bake. It's done, basically. So nothing's going to melt, nothing's going to come together. You want to get all the lumps of sour cream out of this. Cream cheese, not sour cream. You want to get all the lumps of cream cheese out of this. And then we're going to take the mixture, and we're going to use a rubber spatula here. And we're going to pour this into a pre-baked pie crust. You can make your own pie crust, but there's really no reason to. These are cheap, and they're easy to use. This is a graham cracker pie crust. So we're going to pour that in there. Now this is something you're going to make well in advance. You can make it the day before if you want, or make it in the morning, because it has to sit in the refrigerator for a few hours to set up. I would let it sit for at least an hour. 2 would be better. 4 would be great. Okay, now we're just going to smooth this around the pan. And put this in the fridge. And after it sits for a few hours, this is what it looks like. But we're going to put that back in there until it's ready to eat it. Okay, I've mixed up the salad dressing one last time here to make sure the oil and lemon juice hasn't separated. Now pour that over top of our salad, and we're going to mix it up. You can put some carrots in here, you can put some tomatoes in here if you want. We're just going to do a plain old romaine, a nice furry lettuce salad with a little bit of purple cabbage. Wine. We're going to have a white Zinfandel. Kind of goes with just about everything. It's a nice fruity wine. So we're going to have that. Join us next time on Cooking with Camillo when we'll be either barbecuing or clamming or fishing or something. So tune in next time. What do you think about this?
Okay, we'll find out. Oh my. It's excellent.